This morning, we have an exclusive interview with Elizabeth Smart. We all remember her as a survivor of an abduction as a teenage girl. That's how many people still remember you, Elizabeth, that picture. I'll never forget it. Made headlines all around the world. Well, recently, she revealed a very surprising transformation. She posted this photo from a bodybuilding competition where we're happy to say she placed first in her category. Thank you very much. Elizabeth Smart joins us now to talk about her journey from survivor to what you're doing now. Drop the microphone, Miss Smart. So when I first saw it, Elizabeth, I swear to you, I thought it was an AI picture. So take us behind the scenes. This was when you decided, I'm going to do something about my body. How did this come about?
Well, I'd been in marathon running for quite a long time, and my knee started hurting a little bit more. I'd have to do a whole series of stretches every time before I'd go for a run, and it was taking up so much of my day. And especially on the weekend when my kids were home, by the time I'd finished my long runs, I'd be useless for the rest of the day. And so I kind of was taking all these things into account, and I had a trainer who was my current coach, Robin Maher. She reached out to me. She's like, hey, do you want to work out together again? And I was like, yeah, I need some help. And then she started asking me what I wanted, and I'd be lying if I said there wasn't vanity involved, but I was like, yeah, I want to look amazing, and I need a goal, and I need a deadline, because otherwise I'll be like, my diet starts Monday, my diet starts Monday, I'll macro count Monday.
Yes.
And she was like, well, okay, like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I think I'd like to try bodybuilding.
So take us to that very first competition that you participated in. How were you feeling? Because when you come from what many believe is a sheltered background. It doesn't seem something that you would enjoy doing. You're standing there in a bikini. Take us to that very first one.
Oh, it was terrifying.
Was it?
It was absolutely terrifying. And you're right. I mean, I grew up like always just being so modest. I mean, I don't think I wore a bikini until I was on my honeymoon.
Wow.
So stepping up on stage in a bikini felt like the most vulnerable thing I could possibly do. I was shaking. I had these beautiful long mermaid hair extensions in that I'd never worn before in my life. And you have all this, big jewelry on, and you go through like this whole posing routine. And there's a point where you flick your hair back over your shoulder. And I hadn't ever practiced it with like the long hair and the big jewelry, and my ring got stuck in my hair on stage. And so I just had to rip it out.
Rip it off. But this is the thing. In your post that you said on Instagram, I'll read in part, it says this. My body has carried me through every worst day, every hellish, grueling experience. My body has risen to every single challenge life has presented it with and carried me through, so I refuse to be ashamed of it. That's the thing where I read that, I went, whoa. Were you ashamed of your body?
I'm not sure if I was so much ashamed, but I think there were a lot of things I felt in my line of work. I've met so many victims of sexual abuse and violence who feel like their body betrayed them. And we see a lot of just self-harm, eating disorders, like feelings of self-loathing, loathing their body. And for me doing this, I feel like it has been a celebration of my body, because it has carried me through every worst day, every bad experience. It's, I've had 3 beautiful children. Like, it's still carried me through life. And I'm so grateful to my body for bringing to where I am today, that I want to celebrate it, and I shouldn't be ashamed of it. And I shouldn't be ashamed that I've taken care of it and worked to build it strong. And I'm very proud of myself.
And not ashamed, too, of what you went through. I mean, Elizabeth, I remember the day that you were found. I had a little breakdown in the newsroom because I thought, there's no way we're going to find her, and no way will she be able to get through this. But you revealed later on that after being kidnapped at 14, that you were raped every single day. You had had no sexual experience at that time, and how you come out of that on the other side. Someone asked me, why didn't she get pregnant during that time? Do you know why you never got pregnant during that time? We're very glad you didn't.
I'm very glad I didn't either.
Yes.
And honestly, I'm just a late bloomer. I didn't start my period till I was in captivity, and towards the end of my captivity. So
that explains that.
Yeah.
And after going through something like that, you're married, you've got 3 children, you've been married for quite a while. How were you able to learn to trust, or were you able to learn to trust a loving, kind relationship? How were you able to do that?
Well, rape and loving intimacy are 2 different things.
Yes.
And that's always been just so clear with between
With
my
you.
husband and I, yeah.
Can I talk about how much weight can you lift? I'm just curious how this works because your body looks amazing.
Thank you.
How much weight can you lift?
I mean, I've never tried my max. I just work out at home in my basement with like a bench and free weights, but I have been able to deadlift 65-pound dumbbells in each hand.
In each hand?
In each hand, yeah.
I did 15 the other day, and I thought I was pulling my back out. But
We all start somewhere.
But how do you feel, Elizabeth, now? How do you feel about where you are in life? You're starting another podcast in the fall. You've written a book where you were very candid about what you went through. How are you feeling as we sit here today and look at you?
I feel good. I feel excited. I feel almost liberated to a degree because I think for so long I wanted to be taken seriously. I wanted whatever I had to say matter. Like I wanted to feel like I was respected. And I also feel like through doing this and like putting this post out there, I feel liberated because I can be more than just one thing. I can be a bodybuilder. I can feel beautiful or sexy, and I can still be an advocate for women and children against sexual violence.
Well, the response has been amazing. Now the strength is visible on the outside, too. I'm in awe of how you own, respect exactly who you are. The comments have been very positive. I know that's not why you did it, but believe me, a lot of people cheering you on always. Elizabeth Smart, we thank you. It's always good to see you.